yeah, I think it's safe to say I have a problem. Hello. Welcome back. So I was picking out books for this video of what I want to read, if you've seen from the title. It's my quarterly TBR. And I think I got just a tad bit carried away. But, you know, I'm a mood reader, so it works out. Welcome back. I'm Bree. And today's video, we're going to go through my quarterly TBR. So this is all the things I plan to read in July, August, September. So I just picked a lot of the books that I think I'm going to be reading soon, either for a specific purpose, like a reading vlog, or because a release is coming out, or because they just seem like a summer vibe to me, and I just want to get to them. I think quarterly TBRs are fun, and just to get you, like, knowing what I'm going to be reading and maybe getting some ideas for yourself. And yeah, so let's get into the video. So I'm quickly going to go through these ones because if you've seen my video, I'll link it up here. Books you can read in summer. At the end, I talked about my TBR for summer and what I would like to read. Let me just name them real quick and you can go watch that video if you want more explanation. The Maid by Nita Prose. We got Buddy by Mona Awad, Dial A for Aunties by Jessie Q. Sutanto, The Verifiers by Jane Peck, and A Rip Through Time by Kelly Armstrong. So now this TBR is in no particular order. I'm just picking the book that was on the top and talking about it. So the first one I have is Such a Quiet Place by Megan Miranda. I have been wanting to pick up more Megan Miranda because I have 3 of her unread books on my shelf, and I think a new one's coming out very soon. So I just want to get through more. I enjoyed All the Missing Girls, and I read that last October, so I really want to get to another one. I think she's just a good thriller author for me. This is following a girl who goes back to her hometown after getting released from jail for a murder of this family in their neighborhood. I think she was found, like, guilty but then acquitted. So I think we're going to find out maybe who actually killed him. Maybe it was her. I don't know. But lots of, like, neighbor drama. The next is a horror. I've been wanting to pick up more horror. So this is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I feel like Grady Hendrix seems to write thrillers that I want to read in the summertime. And if I'm really feeling fall, I could push it to, like, September. But this following 2 girls, one of them gets possessed and the best friend has to, I think, perform an exorcism. I don't know much about it and I want to go into it just not really knowing a lot. I just really love the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I was literally screaming at the male characters in that book. So Grady Hendrix, I think, I'm just hoping this one's like that, where it just, like, makes me feel a lot of emotion, and I'm excited. It's got, like, an 80s vibe, so yes, I hope to get to that one. If you've seen my reading vlog, I'll link it. I read this book, The Strange Case of Aquas' Daughter by Theodora Goss, and I don't have the next 2, but I really loved this book, and I know I'm going to want to pick up the next one at least, which is, I'll put it up here, but European Travel for Monstrous Women, or some Monstrous Gentlewomen, or something like that. And I just think that this is, like, a series I'm going to love, so I want to continue it. And that's what usually happens when I find the first book I really, really love. I just want to binge the rest of the series, so I feel like you will definitely be seeing me pick up the rest of the series this quarter. That's the word. So the next one is Finlay, Donovan Knocks Him Dead. I read Finlay, Donovan is Killing It a couple months ago, and I really, really loved it. And it's about a woman who gets mistaken as a hit woman, and then shenanigans ensues. The last one left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger. You solve the, like, mystery of what was happening, but then there's a cliffhanger at the end, and I think we're going to dive into that more. And I think in January the 3rd one's coming out, so I really want to be more on top of the new releases. So I would love to finish this one. I think it's a great summer book. I feel like all of this is summer to me, so I think I'm going to read this very soon. And it's just got a cozy vibe, and I've been in the mood for, like, cozy type books. Ridiculous, fun, cozy books. And so I think this will definitely be one I'm going to pick up soon. For a similar reason as Finlay, Donovan Knocks Him Dead, I'm going to pick up The Man Who Died Twice by Richard Osman. This is the second in the Thursday Murder Club series, the first one being the Thursday Murder Club. It's following a group of retired folks as they they were solving cold cases, but then a real life case happened to involve their retirement community, and so they decided to solve it, and this one is the second one. I have no idea what it's going to be about, but I really love the characters. I hope we get more character development. In the first one, there was a lot of different threads that Richard Osman was like weaving. There was a lot of different storylines, and I really enjoyed it. I think he was funny and also talked a lot about aging and mortality and things like that in a way that was just like super accessible to me. I think I just can't wait to see what he does with this one. And again, the Bullet That Missed, I believe is called, is coming out I think in September. So I definitely want to read this so that I can also pick that one up and read it, because I want to, again, be more on top of new releases. The next one is a cozy mystery that I have had on my TBR for a while, but I just recently picked it up because I'd never been able to find it. And I just bit the bullet and got it from Barnes & Noble. So that is Shady Hollow by Juno Black. It's a murder mystery series, but it's like a cozy mystery series involving woodland creatures. And I think it's that basically a fox has to solve the murder of a frog, and it's just getting to the bottom of a murder mystery, but from a perspective of animals, and it just sounds like everything I want and more. And it's a series, so I think there's 3 of them out, and it's quick, and I love this cover. It just feels like my kind of cozy book, because I love like Garlic and the Vampire, that graphic novel, which that comes out in September, and I realized I didn't put it on this TBR. Just know I will be also reading that. I just can't wait to get to this. I think it sounds so fun, so cozy, and I love anything like woodland creatures. So I think it's going to be a hit for me. The next one I've been talking about for a bit, and I just haven't picked it up, and I know I'm trying to finish more series, but I'm going to start another one too, and it's not that long. There's only 3 books out, so it's not like I've added a 7-book series to my TBR. But it is The Widows of Malabar Hill by Sujata Massey. This is set in 1920s Bombay, India, as the first female lawyer gets a case of these women who their husband died, and now they're going to be giving all their money away, and she wants to know why are they doing this, and she's worried for their safety and things like that, and I think she gets wrapped up into a bigger mystery. I love that we're going to get to follow perspective of the first female lawyer, and also this India 1920s, like, is a place I've never read about that time period in India, and so I just think I'm going to really, really enjoy this, and I've heard good things about it, and so I just can't wait to get to it, because I've been really in the historical mystery, like, reading kick, so this one I can't wait to pick up, and I will probably end up binging the series. Now, on my quest to finish series, I did add one so that I could finish, is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. I went and picked this up because I kept not reading it because I didn't own it. So this is the last in a Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and in this one we're following Pip, and I think she's taken on her biggest case yet, and I think it's going to get pretty personal. The last one was crazy. It ended, I don't know if I would really say a cliffhanger, but kind of. There was a lot of loose ends, I guess you could say, and I'm excited to see what this does and how it wraps it up, because I think the one thing Holly Jackson's done so well in this series is Pippa has evolved from each book. Like, she has definitely, you've seen how the cases have changed her. She has to deal with the dark things she's seeing. And it's still mixed media. At least I think this one's supposed to be. Yep, still mixed media, which is something I really love in the book. I think this was really well done. It's a perfect YA mystery series in my opinion. So I really hope that this one is just as good, because I think I've given the other ones 5 stars and 4.5 or something like that. The next one is a new release, and I just want to get 2 more new releases, and this one sounds really fun. It's called The Murder of Mr Wickham, and this is by Claudia Gray. This came out, I believe, in April or March, and it's basically Jane Austen characters, but in a murder mystery. The Murder of Mr Wickham illuminates Jane Austen's best-loved and lesser-loved characters, introduces a dynamic sleuthing duo, and delivers the most satisfying murder mystery in the grand tradition of Clue. So I'm sold. I really want to get to this. I think I'm going to try to pick this up maybe in August, but it sounds like just so fun. I'm not the biggest Jane Austen fan. Not that I have anything against Jane Austen. It's not my style as much of book, but I am excited to see how this like uses Jane Austen in a different way, in a murder mystery way, which is much more my style. So I'm excited. These 2 I'm going to talk about together because they're part of a series, and I'm just trying to, 1, get through more series, but also the newest book comes out, and so I want to get through most of the series so that I can hopefully read it right when it comes out, if not before. I'm just going to put 2 on them because I don't want to say I'm going to get through the whole series, because I would have 2 more after this if I want to get to being caught up before the new release. But I read This Side of Murder, which is right here. I read This Side of Murder by Anna Lee Huber, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I thought it was really well done. It's set post World War I, and she was widowed from this, and there's just this whole mystery of like what actually happened to her husband. And I think that there's a lot of dealing with grief in this book and dealing with post-traumatic stress and things like that I just thought she did a good job with. I mean, I haven't dealt with those things, so I'm not reading from a perspective of someone who has gone through that. What I read, I just felt like it felt very intentional and felt like it was researched a lot, so that I appreciated. So I want to get to Treacherous is the Night, that's the second one, and Penny for Your Secrets, and I'm just like really excited to see where the series goes. I don't really know, I haven't looked at the back of these to see what they are about, because I just like to be just sucked back in the world. If I really like the world of a murder mystery, that's why I like historical mystery series, because generally what keeps me reading is just liking the characters and liking the like historical time period and all that. I haven't read a lot during this like time, and so I just think that this is one I've been enjoying because it's been kind of new to me. Exact same reason as before, but I'm going to get to Murder at Kensington Palace and Murder at Queen's Landing, and then there's one more, Murder at the Royal Botanic Gardens, and I will definitely be trying to read these three before the new release comes out because it releases 2 days before my birthday, and this is one of my new favorite series, so I think I'm going to try to read this in July, this in August, and then in September read the Royal Botanic Gardens in like the beginning of September so that I can read the new release as soon as it comes out, or try to fit 2 in August and then 1 in September, like the new release. All that to say is I'm excited, and I did request an ARC and they said they would send it to me, so I'm hoping that comes soon, because if it does, then these will be moved up on the agenda. This is my favorite series, Rexford and Sloane, following the Earl. Rexford, he's a scientist, and then Sloane, she is an artist, and she draws cartoons and kind of makes fun of the upper society and things like that, and we get a lot of Charlotte Sloane's background in this one, and it gets crazy, and I'm super excited. Okay, 2 more. So I recently read Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna Maguire, which if you see my reading blog that I linked earlier, I read this and I loved it. I don't know why, sorry, I keep hitting this. I don't know why I didn't read this series sooner. I thought it wasn't going to be for me, and no, it has 100% for me. It's a portal fantasy following children who have gone through doors to other worlds, think like Alice in Wonderland, and then it's what happens when they come back and how they don't feel like this is home and they don't feel like they fit in. So they go to this boarding school where they learn to just kind of move on, but also not really, because some portals may still open for people, or you could maybe go through a new portal. So there's a lot going on here, and I really loved the first one, so I know I'm going to be binging more of them because I'm not going to be able to put them down because this is a new favorite series. Like, I think this could be in my top series that kind of just define my taste in a lot of ways. So yes, going to be picking up more of those for sure. And then the last one is Tuesday Moony Talks to Ghosts by Kate Raculia. And this has been on my TBR for a while, and it's just something about it calls out to me. It is about a woman who, Tuesday, Moony, and I think that she can just talk to ghosts, and I think that there is a murder. So I know literally nothing, but I'm intrigued. I just really want to know what this is about. It's been on my TBR for a long, long time, and I'm trying to kind of read down my, not only physical TBR, but like my TBR on Storygraph or Goodreads. So yeah, this is why I'm going to read this one. I don't know much about it. Sorry, I'm not giving a great synopsis. It just sounds like something I'm really going to like, and I've been trying to figure out what my reading tastes are. And so far, mysteries with a touch of like paranormal or fantasy or something like that is really up my alley. So if this is a mystery with talking to ghosts, seems like something I'm going to really like. So there you have it. So yeah, that's my big stack of books, and I've got even more here. Let's see, can we do it? I feel like I shouldn't. This is an old table. It's my grandma's, so it's been in our family for a long time. So I don't want to weigh it down. So let's take some off. Yeah, we'll just do this. Those are all the books I have. I have a lot I want to get to. How many books is this? I have 20 books on here. I've been averaging about 8 to 12 a month. So, you know, I could probably do it. I doubt I will. But these are all the ones I'm thinking about and can't stop thinking about. So hopefully I'll get to most of them. But thank you for watching. I would love to see what you're gonna plan to read down below. Any of these books on your TBR, let me know. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm feeling like I'm gonna ramble for this ending as I'm doing now. So, okay, I'll see you next time.